Alright, also look, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video, we're gonna be talking about the one and only, the undefeated, undisputed, 16-0 featherweight champion of the world, Ilia El Matador Topuria. And after his phenomenal performance last Saturday night, when he went out there and finished Max Holloway, what does this mean for his career moving forward, and can he potentially be the greatest of all time? And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share so you can help me reach 1,500 subscribers by May. I'll deeply appreciate you. And make sure you join the official UFC Discord, link in the description. Alright, so look, I know this might come off as another Hamza Tunisia MMA Ilia El Matador Topuria Glaze video, but let's take this seriously real quick. I truly believe that Ilia El Matador is on the path to becoming the greatest MMA fighter in UFC history, point blank, period. We've got to take into account that this type of title reign isn't just impressive, but it could be the most remarkable start to a championship run in MMA history. Ilia El Matador made his explosive entrance by winning the featherweight title with a brutal flatline finish over Alexander Volkanovski, who, mind you, was widely regarded and considered one of the greatest, if not the greatest featherweight of all time. And this wasn't just any win, mind you, it was the first time that Alexander Volkanovski had ever been finished at 145 pounds. That alone by itself had already cemented Ilia El Matador's reputation, but he didn't just stop there. In his first ever title defense, he managed to knock out the one and the only Max Holloway, a feat that no one else had ever accomplished. Max Holloway was another featherweight legend who was at the top of his game, coming off of one of the hugest, if not the hugest wins in his entire MMA career. The highlight reel buzzer beater finish over Justin the Highlight Gaethje at UFC 300 at 155 pounds. That to me showed that Max Holloway was far from being washed, and Alexander Volkanovski was still a dominant force at 145 pounds despite his recent loss against Islam Makhachev at UFC 294. But with that being said, it kind of just goes to show that Ilia El Matador, flatlining two first ballot Hall of Famers, as well as the two greatest fighters to ever grace his division within a 7-month time span, back to back, while being 27, is just something we rarely see in MMA today. Given this type of trajectory, it's almost inevitable that Ilia El Matador will soon be eyeing that lightweight division, potentially setting up one of, if not the biggest super fight in UFC history. Ilia El Matador Topuria versus Islam Makhachev. Fight like that would undoubtedly captivate all the MMA fans across the entire globe, whether they be from Georgia, Spain, or Russia, considering that the clash in styles as well as the sheer level of skill that both Ilia El Matador as well as Islam Makhachev both bring to the table. However, I honestly still think that El Matador has a lot of ground to cover at featherweight first, because, I mean, there's still that lingering rematch with Alexander Volkanovski, not to mention the emerging contenders such as Diego Lopez, Movsar Evloev, and not to mention Aljamain Sterling. But looking at how he handled Alexander Volkanovski in their first bout and Max Holloway last weekend, it's very difficult to see anyone else within the featherweight division posing a serious threat to Ilia El Matador. And even looking at his abilities, Ilia El Matador stands out as one of, if not the most complete fighters in recent UFC history. His striking is beyond exceptional, with a high-level boxing pedigree that combines power, precision, as well as a strong defensive skill base. Impressively enough, he's only shown a glimpse of his grappling talents, having 6 consecutive submission wins before even touching a UFC canvas. He is a skilled wrestler with a solid Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu foundation, yet he hasn't needed to rely heavily on it due to his dominance in the striking department. His versatility gives him an advantage in almost every situation and in almost every aspect, which kind of makes it a little tough to imagine him losing anytime soon. If he can move up to lightweight, secure a title shot, and actually beat someone of the likes of Islam Makhachev, then doesn't that put him in the greatest of all time discussions right then and there? I mean, champ status, 2 GOATs in a 7-month time span, back to back at 27? Come on now, dog. And yes, while his resume may not yet match the volume of fights like legends such as a GSP, an Anderson Silva, and yes, even a Johnny Turinabol, the MMA landscape has changed drastically and the competition has grown a lot tighter, and holding onto a belt for an extended period of time has become a lot more challenging than it used to be. But for this generation, Ilia El Matador Topuria's accomplishments could carry the same amount of weight even if he doesn't reach the same number of title defenses as past champions. But look, if Ilia El Matador Topuria can continue on this path and can continue to take on new challenges, especially moving up and fighting top fighters such as Islam Makhachev, then he might just end up as one of the greatest fighters the mixed martial arts landscape has ever seen in a very long time. But that's my opinion. Let me know what yours is. And that's all I've got to say for this video. Let me know in the comment section below, what are your thoughts on Ilia El Matador Topuria's reign already after beating Alexander Volkanovski and Max Holloway? Let me know in the comment section below. But that about wraps up the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.